What's up, y'all? It's your man, That Dude, bringing you guys another video. The Panthers have managed to get the number 1 overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. I did not think that they could pull this off. I just didn't believe that they would give up enough, or if they even had the assets available to get the number 1 overall pick. But they did it. They got the first overall pick from the Bears. Now, they did have to give up quite a bit to get that pick, including their number 1 receiver in DJ Moore. That's a lot to give up, along with the draft assets, especially when you factor in that DJ Moore just signed an extension last offseason, and he for a very team-friendly contract. Like, the deal that DJ Moore got was very favorable to the Panthers. Including him in that deal was very costly. Now I understand why the Bears demanded that they get DJ Moore to get a proven number 1 receiver for Justin Fields. I get it. And I understand why the Panthers made the deal, but I'm not sure if I'm in favor of the trade yet. I go back and forth. I can see both sides of it. I do understand why they made that trade. But to go back with DJ Moore, this now means that whatever rookie quarterback the Panthers drafted number 1, he's going to come in without a number 1 receiver. The chances of the Panthers being able to replace DJ Moore in the draft this year are slim. Now, it's possible they could draft a guy and that guy come out and prove to be a number 1 receiver, but this, it's unlikely. And in free agency, given that DJ Moore is on such a team-friendly deal, any receiver you bring into free agency, to get similar production, you're going to have to pay way more money, or you're bringing in a receiver that's just not as good. So if you want to get somebody who's cheap, he's not as good as DJ Moore. If you want to get somebody who's just as good as DJ Moore, you're going to have to pay them a lot more money than what you were paying DJ Moore, because DJ Moore was just on such a team-friendly deal. So it puts them in a bad spot at receiver, especially given that receiver was a position of need for the Panthers. Like Laviska Shenault, I like Laviska Shenault, but he's a gadget guy. Terrace Marshall is very unproven. The potential is there, but he's still very unproven. You have like Shi Smith and a collection of other guys who just don't really factor into this on, for a lot of production. Like, you're not expecting Shi Smith to come in here and be your number 2 or God forbid your number 1. Just isn't going to happen. But I do understand why the Panthers made the deal. They now control the draft. They control their board. They control their destiny. Whoever they want at number 1, they can go get. Whether that be this Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, Anthony Richardson, or God forbid Will Levis. Whoever they want at number 1, they can go get that guy. But that also means there are no excuses. Like, if they had stayed at number 9 and taken the quarterback that fell to them at number 9, and let's say that quarterback is Will Levis or Anthony Richardson, because, we all know that Stroud and Young weren't going to fall that far. So if they get one of those guys, they could always make the case later on in a few years, if the guy they take had turned out to be a bust, they could say, well, we had Young or Stroud graded higher, but we couldn't get them because they didn't fall to us, so we had to take the best quarterback available, and that guy just didn't work out, but we had these other guys graded higher. Now with the first overall pick, they don't have that excuse. Frank Reich and Scott Fitterer don't have that excuse anymore, so they better get this right, because if they don't, whoever they take at number 1, whoever they have as their highest graded guy, and they get him, if he turns out to be a bust, if he doesn't work out, if he doesn't play up to par, they're done in Carolina. Like, they're done. If you're a quarterback and a GM and a head coach together, picking the number 1 overall pick, and that guy turns out to be a bust, they don't get to survive that. Their careers, at least with the Panthers, are going to survive that. They might go on to do other great work for other teams, but they're not going to survive that here in Carolina. So I wish them all the luck. They better get this pick right, because if they don't, there are no excuses. There's nobody they can blame it on. There's no circumstance they can blame for why they didn't get the guy they want. They have the number 1 overall pick. And man, is it exciting if you're a Panthers fan like me, because the last time the Panthers had the number 1 overall pick, they got Cam Newton, and we saw what he did for the franchise, the heights he took the Panthers to. And just when Cam was on the team, when he was still healthy and in his prime, even when the team wasn't great, you always felt that the team was competitive because they had Cam. I hope that whatever quarterback they draft in this year can do the similar things for the franchise, even though I personally am not super high on any of the quarterbacks in this draft. But, I'm not an expert talent evaluator at quarterback for the NFL. So, I take whatever I say with a grain of salt. As a fan, this is exciting. The Panthers had the first overall pick. As soon as the draft starts, the Panthers are going to be on the clock. everybody's wondering what the Panthers move was going to be, who they're going to take. Like, as a fan, to see your team be the center of attention come draft day, that's exciting, and I'm looking forward to it. But again, Frank Reich and Scott Fitterer, they better get this right, because this is it. This is their shot. This is their chance. It's for all the marbles, this pick. They better get it right. That's what I have for you with this one, guys. If you enjoyed this video, go hit that thumbs up. And if you're a sub inclined, subscribe and leave a comment. Are you in favor of the trade for the first overall pick, or are you not? Who do you think they should take? Let me know in the comments. I respond to almost everything. And I'll see you guys in the next one.